G'day, it's Pete back with another episode of the Property Club. So today I'm doing another property guide and it's entitled Townhouses for Sale from Only 1 Million Peso. So actually this is on the back of another property guide video I just did, which was luxury houses in private gated estates in Angeles City. That video actually did extremely poorly and got a massive lashback from the community and my subscribers. Reason being, Angeles City is not what it used to be, and houses in private gated estates like Hensonville or Puluansik or that sort of thing, it's quite expensive. So what I want to do is show you an alternative that is far cheaper, far better in my opinion to buy. I personally wouldn't spend 10-15 million on a luxury gated estate home, a luxury home in Angeles City. My preference would to be, to spend only a few million and get a nice small townhouse, which you can find some really nice townhouses literally from 1 million peso. So let's get started. As per usual, I'm starting from cheapest and then I'm moving up to most expensive. So this first one, Xavier, is in, I think it's Calicut in Angeles City. They call it Xavier Town, and this is quite a small little townhouse. It's only 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You can see it is kind of like a duplex townhouse. You can see it's 2 sides. Let me see if there's a little bit more info on the size. It doesn't actually say how big it is in terms of square meters, but you can buy one side for 1.2 million or 2 sides for 2.4. Naturally, you're going to get a better deal if you buy the 2. Personally, what I'd offer is something like 900 or 950 for one side. Or, if I was interested in buying 2 sides, I'd go in really heavy and offer something like, 1.7 or 1.75 for both sides. I think this particular unit, because it's in good condition, it is renovated, it's a nice little unit, it's probably worth 1 million peso all day long. Considering, there's not much available in this price range, you don't want to negotiate too hard. I think you could probably squeeze them down in the 900s for something like this, or in the 800s if you were able to purchase the 2 units. So if you're looking to buy one side and live in it and rent out the other side for a bit of income, this might be a good option for you. All right, so the next one is in Deca Clark Homes. Now, originally, and I saw these years and years ago, and this is near the wakeboard park. The good thing about Deca is it's quite near to Clark Pampanga. Clark is, really, really popular now. It's got golf courses. It's got lots of really nice restaurants. It's a free port. Lots of businesses like Pogos and BPOs are in there. And you've got all the casinos and everything in there. So that's the major appeal to, Angeles City, that, it's not just Angeles. Angeles is on the border of Clark. So you've got the best of both cities. And why this particular city has been growing, capital growth has been insane the last 3 or 4 years. So anyway, this particular unit in Deca is priced at 1.7. When I originally saw these units like 5 or 6 years ago, it's quite some time ago now, they were starting from around about 900,000 peso. This one has had improvements, and obviously, in that time property has increased. So they're asking 1.7 million for this unit. It does have a secure car garage, so they've added that on and they've extended the home. It doesn't actually tell us exactly the size internally, but most of these are quite small. Like the lot sizes are like 60 or 70 square meters. They're not very big, but internally they range from maybe 70 to 90 square meters. This one does look a bit bigger than most, so I'm going to guess, not including the car spot, you're probably looking at maybe 75 square meters at most, maybe 75 at tops. So 1.7 million for this. Would I pay that? No, probably not. I'd only personally be willing to pay maybe a maximum of around about 1.25, because I know what prices have been selling for in Deca. But you might just like what they've done with this particular unit and having the garage. Okay, so next one, not a lot of information on this one. It was listed some time ago. It does say 13 weeks ago, but I have seen multiple listings of this, so I think it is still available. It's priced at 2.3 million. It's just a little townhouse somewhere in Angeles City. It doesn't really say much and only has one picture. Okay, so the next one is in Mansfield, and this is near Rockwell. This is actually quite a good price. This is literally the cheapest unit I could find in Mansfield. Mansfield's good because it's near the new Rockwell development. Rockwell has announced they are developing a condominium complex, and I think like a marketplace and mall there, shopping mall area, and that's near the Nepo Mall, the existing Nepo Mall, which this is close by too. So I think a lot of units, a lot of people are looking in this particular area to buy around there because they're thinking it's going to improve over the years and have good capital growth. It does tell you the size. It says lot size 50 square meters and it's 56 square meters internally. 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and it has a car slot. I don't think it includes the car slot in the floor area. It's the cheapest unit I could find. It's the Tawny model. Let's have a look. So a small unit, really small unit for this development, which is Mansfield Residences. But, not a bad price at 2.3. What would I be willing to pay for this? Maximum I'd probably pay is around about 1.75 million peso for this. And in today's market, you should be able to get it for around about that price. Okay, so next one, it says it's this Rush Corner townhouse. It is on the corner, so it does have a nice street appeal. It's in a nice development, which is Savannah Green Plains subdivision. Again, very, very close by to Clark, the Clark Gate. Easy access to there if you're working in the BPO industry. And also, this has appeal with a lot of the Korean community because it is very, very close by to Koreatown. Now, I remember going to Koreatown a few years back, and it was tiny, but now Koreatown is mammoth. It's absolutely huge. It's grown immensely. But anyway, this lot area is 75 square meters, so it's a slightly bigger one than the last one we saw. So I think this is better value. Personally, I like this one a bit better, but maybe you're trying to capitalize on that Rockwell development that's happening on the other listing that I showed in the previous screen. So I actually like Savannah Green Plains. I think that's a good little development, and it's up and coming. They're asking 2.5 million for this 2-story corner allotment, and it does have a secure car slot. What would I be willing to pay for this? I'd probably pay up to 1.9, maybe 2 million, based on what it looks like inside. So I think 2 million, it's actually not a bad price. Now, if we do some quick math, let me just do some math here. Actually, I don't have my calculator. Someone keeps taking it from me, just bear with me. Yeah, I just found it on someone else's table. But anyway, so let's say at 2 million, you paid 2 million peso for this, divided by 75 square meters. And my calculator just died. Alright, sorry for that. My calculator just died after being on someone's table. I apologize. Let's move on. Okay, so the next one. 2.5 million peso, this 2-bedroom, 1-car garage, and it says it does have a small pool. And it is actually a good size. It's 89 square meters, but what I like about this is it says it is titled, and I'm expecting that any property that you buy, you do check to make sure it's a clear title, and you want to make sure they have a title, because some people are buying properties and they're just untitled and it's not safe. So this is good because it's in downtown, right? It's near all, the entertainment district, the bars, the restaurants. And let's face it, Angeles has to be probably the most fun city for nightlife and entertainment. So, this is what a lot of people are looking for. And it's priced at 2.5 million. Let's have a look. This little townhouse. Dirty kitchen outside. Room for a car and a motorbike. Looks nice inside. Looks like it's been newly tiled. I actually don't mind those tiles. It looks quite nice. Priced at 2.5. hard to say what I would pay for this without knowing the exact location. And obviously, it's not going to tell you the exact location. It does say it's near McDo Henson Street, so based on that, again, it's comparable to the corner allotment that we saw earlier. I'd probably be willing to pay around about 1.85 for this one. I prefer the other one just because it is in a gated estate, whereas this won't be. So let's say 1.8 is probably what you'd be aiming to purchase this property for. Okay, so the next one is Mansfield Residence again. It doesn't actually show the actual unit. I'm assuming maybe it needs some love, some TLC. They're saying the asking price for this particular unit is 2.75 million, and it's 70 square meter lot, so a decent sized lot. It is a 4-bedroom for only 2.75. They're also saying if you want the actual pictures of the unit, to message them. So look, this is actually a pretty good deal for Mansfield, being 2.75 4-bedroom. What would I pay? I'd probably be willing to pay as much as low twos for this. Maybe you'd go as high as 2.1, maybe 2.15, depending on the condition of the property. If it was in poor condition, I'd probably only pay a maximum of 2 million. Okay, so this is the deal of the day. Okay, it doesn't actually tell us where it is, but straight away, just looking at this property, I know where it is. It's in Tmog Homes. Tmog is a private gated estate. I think this part of Tmog they call like Tmog Park Homes or something like that. And they have these little townhouses that all look like this. This is like the original phase 1, I'm pretty sure. They look like this. The newer phases cost more, and they look a bit nicer, but they cost a lot more. Probably like, you're going to pay 30 to 50% more for the newer design in like stage 2 or stage 3. But anyway, this one's a really good deal because it's priced at only 3 million. Now, I'm assuming it's 2 or 3 bedroom. It really doesn't say much. It says it's a studio. It's definitely not. You can see just by the pictures. It is actually well maintained. It's nice inside. I'm assuming it's at least 2, maybe 3 bedrooms. Let's just assume that it's a 2-beddy. I don't know the square meterage. It doesn't say much. 3 million, really hard to put a price on it. So without the details, I'm just going to lowball it and say, 2.25 million. Now it's going to be really difficult to buy, for that price in Tmog. So realistically, that's what I want to pay, but you probably need to pay as much as 2.5 million peso to be in Tmog, to be fair, right? So look, I only want to pay 2.25, but you're probably going to have to pay something like 2.5. Okay, so the next one, another one in Mansfield Residences. Again, the thing about Mansfield, and you'll notice in this picture, and this is quite a good example, and this is priced at 3 million peso. Again, not a lot of information, but what I like about Mansfield, it is a private estate. It is quite modern. They have nice facilities. It's easy access to the highway. It's easy access to S&R. You've got the Nepo Mall. You've got Walking Street, not too far away. So it is a good location, firstly. Actually, one of the best locations for the money. It's probably the best value for the money, to be honest. What I like about them as well is most of these townhouses, I wouldn't call it a house, it's more like a townhouse, are freestanding townhouses. Whereas most townhouses you see are kind of like duplex, triplex, or, just like in Tmog Homes, for example, like they're all linked together. There's heaps of them, and you've got a shared wall in a lot of, cases. This one you don't, and you do have a little bit of land, so you can do a little bit with it, plant some plants or a little garden, a little veggie patch or something, which is nice. But anyway, this is what you get for 3 million. What would I pay? I'd probably be willing to pay 2.4 million for this, as much as 2.4, and I'd tell them to throw in the furniture too. Why not, right? It's tough times, and you really got to get a bargain nowadays. I think at 2.4 million, if you could get this for 2.4, including the furniture, you're absolutely laughing. And without a doubt, when things reopen, the pandemic ends, and especially, Terminal 2, the new airport at Clark opens, things are going to boom. You're going to be able to resell it for a hell of a lot more when things go back to normal, right? But who knows? It could take a long time. Could be years. That's the gamble. It's a risk. Okay, so this one, again, not a lot of information. It does say 3.25 million. I think I do remember seeing this. I'm guessing it might be in Balibago. I think I have seen this before. So good location, a really good location here. Priced at 3.25, price to sell. Again, like I said, it's not freestanding, but it's a good location, not too far from bars, SM, everything that is on offer. It is a secured home because you drive in, you lock your gate, you're not worried about people breaking in. It's quite secure, which I do like. It's only a small townhouse. It doesn't show the square meterage, but it is a nice little unit, and I'm pretty sure it's close to the downtown area. It has a nice little outlook and a balcony too. What would I be willing to pay for this? I'd probably pay as much as 2.5 million for this if it's in the location that I'm thinking. Okay, so another one, and there's quite a bit available in Mansfield Residences, and I'm showing you the best value units I could find in Mansfield. So this one's priced at 3.4 million. Actually, this is a really good size. It's 89 square meters with a floor area of 80 square meters, which is great. I wish I could calculate the square meterage for you, but actually my calculator is dead after someone took it from me. Not mentioning names, but you know who you are. Anyway, so this one, need to buy a new calculator. This one's priced at 3.4 million. It's a 4-beddy, 2-bath, and it does have a covered carport, fence, and gate, it says. So it has a little area for you to sit out the front. Not a bad little home. Does need a good clean. There's a bit of clutter in the photos you can see. But I mean, not a bad price at all. Let's just do the math here, right? If you could get something like this for 25,000 peso per square meter, you're absolutely laughing. Again, I wish I had my calculator, but this is a floor area of 80 square meters. So at 10 it would be 80. So what's that? So say 30,000. 30,000 at 2.4. If you could get this for 30,000 peso per square meter, so if you get this as low as 2.4 million, I don't know that you'd go that low, but you'd try, right? You'd try there and work your way upwards from there. But nowadays, to build without land, just to build, right? You're looking at minimum 20,000 peso per square meter, minimum. Now, due to pandemic, not being able to get certain items and stuff, you're closer to 25, and for a nice quality build, you're at 30,000 peso per square meter. Like, that's what it's going to cost you to build. So you'd be hard pressed to actually replace this, unit if you could buy this around, say, 2.4, 2.5. I think it is worth as much as 2.6, but if you're looking for an investment and looking for an absolute bargain, you might be able to squeeze them down to 2.4 million. Okay, so next one. This is a great unit. Now, this is a duplex type townhouse, and I'm almost certain this is actually in the Enclave. So properties in the Enclave rarely come up. It is a well-to-do, estate. Some of the lots are actually, luxury homes. It does have nice facilities. It's near, everything on offer. Like, it's a great location, the Enclave. It's not too far from Tmog. What else is it close to? I think it's not too far from the Koreatown, and easy access to both Angeles and Clark. Okay, so Enclave is highly, highly sought after, and they rarely come up. It's going to be hard to negotiate on this one, to be frank with you. It is a 100 square meter lot, and lots in this village are selling well over 20,000 peso per square meter. Some people are asking as much as 25,000 peso per square meter, which means just the land content alone is worth 2.5 million peso. So it's 90 square meters. It's not bad. 3 bedroom, 3 bath. Let's have a look. And actually, it looks really nice. It looks really modern. I like the design. you know, for the money, this is a really, really good deal, this duplex style townhouse 3.9. What would I pay? Look, I actually like these units. I really like these units. But I know how much they were selling for originally, and I know for something like this, I would only be willing to pay low threes. And I'm talking really low threes, like 3.1, maybe 3.2 if, you know, I really liked it on viewing. That's it. But where I'd start is 2.9, because if you start at 2.9, you can work your way up to like 3.1, 3.2. But if you start at 3.1 or 3.2 in negotiation, you're going to end up at 3.5. So I'm going to say 3.2 on this one. You know, I'm certain this is Enclave. Really nice unit. Okay, next one, this townhouse for sale. It's a good size. It's 4.7 million. It's a lot size of 170 square meter. And some of these luxury, in abbreviated commas, luxury estates, you know, like Metrogate, some of the lot sizes are only 150 square meters. I know even in Pulu Amsic, you know, lot sizes start from like 200 square meters. This isn't that far off. It's 170 square meter lot, and actually it's really, really sizable. It's 220 square meters internally. Just think for a second, if this was a condo, you'd be paying double or triple, you know, the price just because of the size. So really, really good buying at 4.7. I think this is a great little townhouse. What a bloody bargain. 2.7 million for this. Actually, I think it's a good deal. Really good deal. I'd be willing to pay probably high threes for this. Next one. Okay, this isn't really a townhouse. This is a freestanding house. But I had to include this because actually this was in my video, my last video that everyone hated apparently, and got a lot of negative feedback. And I think in the last listing it was priced at 5.5, and I said, look, I'd only paid, you know, mid fours for it. They have dropped the price on this property. It was like, originally when I saw this listing it was 6. They brought it down to 5.5. I posted that online recently, only a few days ago, and then I saw this update. They said they brought it down to 5.2, and then they reduced again to 4.8. So it's getting really close to the price of, you know, where I said it should be and what value actually is. Okay, honestly, this is a good buy. This is a really good buy. I'm surprised this has sat here for so long. This is not a townhouse. It's a freestanding house. I think this is worth 4.3 million all day long. I mean, like, someone should go in and just offer them 4.3. They obviously want to sell. They're obviously motivated. There's a reason. It is a rush sale. It's a lot area of 120 square meters. It's a floor of 180 square meters, and it's in a private gated estate. I'm pretty sure that is Metrogate. 3 bedroom, 3.5 bath. It's below replacement value. I'm telling you, you won't be able to build. You know, if you bought this for 4.3, you wouldn't be able to buy a lot in Metrogate and build it for the same price. You're going to end up at least 1 or 2 million higher. This is a bloody bargain. Anyway, let me stop ranting and just show you some pictures of this house, because it's nice. Actually, nice flooring inside, air conditioning, it's well done. I kind of get the feeling that it's like a foreigner expat that just got fed up maybe with the pandemic and has left, because, you know, it looks new. I mean, it looks near new. They haven't had it long. It's not like they're buying, flipping it, and making a profit. No. I think it probably costs them more to actually build this than what they're asking. Or maybe they're just trying to get their asking price, get their money back. You know, it's possible, right? But even then, maybe they purchased a few years ago. But anyway, really good deal. Here's a good comparison to the last one. Personally, I much prefer the last one, but you might be a fan of Tmog, okay? So this is Tmog Homes. This is a freestanding house in Tmog, so a townhouse again. It is 200 square meters, so it is actually a good size for 5 million, which ain't bad at all, okay? And it looks nice inside. I still prefer the other one, but this is a nice house. You know, I prefer the other one because it's walled off, it's more private, whereas this, you know, the other house is a real freestanding house. It's not even a townhouse. This is more like a townhouse setup, and all the houses look the same. I just like the estates where all the houses are different. You know, people have built it their way. But hey, this is a really good price at 5 million. It says cash basis only. Depends if they're motivated. I'd offer them 4. Okay, next one, another one in Tmog, and this is priced at 5.2. And cash only, it says this is 180 square meters. Obviously, the other one looks like it's a better buy, you know, at 5 million, and it is slightly bigger. So, you know, if I was offering them 4 on this, maybe on this other one, and you can see, you know, your neighbors in the backyard, you can see that, which I don't like either. You know, if I was going to offer 4 on the other one, I'd only go to like 3.8 on this one. Okay, another one in Tmog, 5.9. This is a true story. I just hate that green color. It's absolutely hideous. Some Filipinos like those, you know, loud colors. I can't stand it. I think it's crazy. This one needs a good clean, and it looks like it needs to be finished off. It looks like it hasn't been finished, or maybe someone ran out of money or something. I'm not sure. At 5.9, it is priced to sell. I still wouldn't pay that. I think what it's worth is probably like 4.7. 4.7. But then again, I wouldn't pay 4.7. I think that's what it's worth, because you can buy that other one at like 4.3, maybe 4.4. You know, that's a freestanding house and lot in Metrogate. Anyway, drum roll. Okay, so this is the last one. It is one in Tmog. Good size. It's a 144 square meter lot, and it is a floor area of 113 square meters. Why I like it, it does have, you know, it looks like 2 gates. So you've got, you know, 2 car spaces, you know, so, you know, if you want lots of parking, potentially you could even put a 3rd car on the driveway, you know, just park it sidewards. You could do that. This is priced at 6. I'd be willing to pay 5 million. Honestly, I would buy this. I would buy this home at 5 million peso. I think this is a great little deal. It's in Tmog. It's really nice inside. It's nice and clean. You just walk in and it's done, and it has lots of room for your cars, your toys. Yeah, so maybe even a motorbike or 2. So thanks for watching. This has been Pete from the Property Club. Double thumbs up, and please like this video this time. I don't know, I got a lot of hate on the last one. I'm not feeling the love, guys. Come on, help me out. Come on, help me out. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Double thumbs up, and bye for now. Bye-bye.